Hello, welcome to episode 47 of Play Like a Watt Pro. Today I'm going to show you a replay on one of the Recon maps, Aquila. I already have a video about this map on the channel, but I wanted to show you this replay too because it's a pretty exciting replay, pretty interesting. I think I didn't touch on this in my previous videos on the E50m, but this is a loadout I like to use. Hardening, rammer, and then vents. The reason why I don't use a V-stab instead of vents is because the what's it called? The dispersion values on the move and on your turret traverse are very low. So it doesn't really need a V-stab, and the vents gives you better reload and better fully aimed accuracy. So I just think it's more optimal. Now, like I said in my last video about this map, there's kind of a medium flank and then a heavy flank and then a place where all the light tanks and tank destroyers can play in these areas. I like this flank the best because the town is just puny, and even after you win the town, it's basically impossible to push out of it. There's just too many crossfires and too many TD positions that can counter it. So I'm starting this battle heading to the medium flank. I have APCR loaded first because I expect to see a light tank, but I actually find a Leo instead. Unfortunately, I bounce him, but as you'll see in a second, I hit a lucky shot, so it kind of makes up for that. Now in this situation, we've seen that they have a decent amount of tanks on this flank, but most of them are snipers. They don't actually have too much up here. But I'm already thinking that it's going to be really hard to push through here because this area here is open to this area here, so all these snipers here can shoot us as we push through. So I don't really have any choice but to just kind of hold for now. If you go to the outside over here, then it's possible to shoot down at these snipers, but there's a very low chance that you'll actually spot them in the process because there's a lot of bushes. So unless you have a light tank spotting for you, it's kind of pointless to poke here. You might just get shot or hit by Artie. So I'm just waiting now, and this is not really an ideal situation because they have a Kron coming this way who I can barely pen if he goes hull down. I don't expect their 50B to push. We have two guys pushed up here already, so they're probably not going to poke around this corner. They're just going to stay back. And that's just the opposite of what I want. I want them to push around the corner so I can farm them. So I'm kind of thinking of what I could do besides just sit here. I'm wondering if there's some way I could get involved in the game. And what I decided to do is push up to where the STB is and try to get shots down on the snipers. Because our Sheridan, our 430U, or I mean our 705A spotted some of them, and we have a Sheridan in the middle who might be able to spot them. But unfortunately, I don't get any shots, and I almost get hit in return. Now here I used the indicator to line up where he was, so I know he's behind this bush. But they're starting to aggress on this corner here, and so I'm kind of worried that they'll push around on us, and so I decided to take this position. That was a bad shot. And I'm just gonna hold them off from the corner. This is a good hold down spot. Problem is, as you can see, it's open to Artie, and the distance between you and them is pretty low, so if they just decide to push around all at once, then it's hard to escape. And they do decide to push, and then a 30B shows up out of nowhere, and now suddenly I look behind me and both of our medium tanks just dove off. They just completely screwed us over. They decided that they didn't want to play the game anymore, and now we can't hold this for sure, and I'm in a terrible position now because they have like 3 tanks on the top, 4 tanks even, against just this one STB, and I need to get out of here before they kill the STB or else I'm going to be the next target. And so I make my way towards the middle of the map to this position right here, and from this position you can shoot them as they push through. So that's my goal right now, and I managed to get away in time. Don't take any damage leaving. The problem is they have like 4 tanks here, so they could easily just push in and then flank us. I'm just really hoping they're not going to do that at this point, but I don't really have any option. I can't exactly leave because if you look around me, if I push this way, then there's all these campers back here. If I push up like this, then I'm just going to get spotted by these guys and die. If I try to come this way, the same thing will happen. So I'm basically stuck here. If you look at the score, it's pretty clear that this game is very close. I saved my shot for the damage because I'm a whore and I love my damage. But it doesn't matter, I get the one shot anyway in the end, so it's not a big deal. I try to track the 50B and I do manage to track him, which is great for me, but he repairs in time so I can't kill him. Which is very annoying because, like I said, I can't escape out of here. So having him alive down here, it just makes a crossfire for me, so it'd be very beneficial to me if he were to die, but he didn't. Now here I hang around for a shot. I probably shouldn't have done this. I got lucky and the Leo bounces his second shot on me. But I like bringing hardening on this thing because I brawl with it all the time. And to be honest, none of the other equipment options really make any sense. Like improved aiming unit, this thing already has very good accuracy, so it doesn't help that much. I mean, you could bring turbo, but I don't think it really needs it. I was thinking there might be a sniper there, so I go for a blind shot, but I don't get spotted, so I know nobody is there. And here you can see the problem with this map. After you win the city, it's very hard to push through, and you're kind of just trapped in a few squares of the map. There the 50B dies, which opens up the south flank a little bit for me. And I see this S-Conk coming, and I'm wondering what he's thinking, and he just decides to YOLO over and try to fucking kill me, but doesn't work for him. Managed to track him. I gun block him, and he can't pen me. Now, if you notice how I angled versus him when I was face hugging him, I angled around like this. If I would have angled like this, then if he has APCR loaded, which he does, he can just pen my upper plate. So it's best to angle like this and then try to get him to shoot my upper plate by wiggling a little bit. So we're already up to 5k damage. I spot this Progetto. Now he's completely out in the open, so it would be a mistake for me to just snapshot him. I want to fully aim my shot and make sure that I kill him. I'm hull down to him anyway, so there's no reason not to. And then I get shot by a Sheridan, and I have no idea where this guy is. I don't have enough map knowledge to know where he's shooting me from. I'm just trying to stay safe from him at this point. I test again whether anybody's in these bushes. I'm blind firing to shoot them, but more so just to see if I get spotted, to be honest. Now I'm poking up to get a little bit more vision, and I can actually take the middle city here, but there's lots of angles that can shoot this, so I'm trying to be careful. And I want my team to push the south flank if possible, but they aren't really in a position to do so. And there you can see I get shot by the Sheridan. Using my indicator, I know that he's in this bush. So I try to blind him. None of my blinds hit, I don't think. But now I'm in a really bad spot because this guy from this bush cuts off all of this. and even deep into here a little bit. So the only real place I can play is like in these bushes, unlit, or just tucked in here. And there's a very good chance that one of their medium tanks will come along like this and then just start shooting me, so I'm in a terrible spot right now. I'm just hoping that my team will be able to open something up for me. I know he's still there because he lights me when I fire. And I see that there's a huge brawl going on over here. And so I know that the only two tanks that can shoot me right now, well technically three tanks, are the Sheridan right in front of me, the Leo if he's still up here, and then the Artie. And so I'm thinking I might not get a better opportunity than this to go push out the south. If I just stay here and wait for them to win, then I'm going to be stuck here, and the enemy's going to have control over all of this part of the map, and it's basically guaranteed that I'm going to die. So here I make a risky play to decide to push out the Sheridan. Now I know that if their Leo is over here, then I'm basically guaranteed to die, but I feel like I have to make a risky play right in this situation. So I decided to push the south. I'm trying to find the Sheridan. He didn't shoot at me at all, which is kind of surprising. It makes me think that he must have moved. And he did move, and then you see him right there. Now, as I try to engage him, if you'll notice, I'm turning really slowly because I want him to peek. And if I just turn really quickly, then that will give him an opportunity to shoot me while my bloom is very big. So I turn slowly to keep my reticle small so that he isn't able to poke me for a free shot. And here I get lit. I have no idea how, but I somehow get lit. And I find the Sheridan, and I'm above him. And here I'm just trying to gauge which direction he'll go so I can ram him. And I ram him for like 500 or 600 or something. Now if you notice, I get shot by a Leo. And I immediately notice this. I know he's around there. So I finish off the Sheridan, and then I get into cover from the Leo. The Leo makes a mistake by driving in the open. I kill him, but I get direct hit by the Artie, and now I'm a one-shot. But I take note of where the Artie shot me from. He shot me from around this orientation, so that means he's somewhere along this line. But now that we've killed that Leo, it's just this Leo left that I really have to worry about. And he's a one-shot. So I decided to push through the west. It's kind of risky because if he just sits and pre-aims this alleyway somewhere, anywhere along here, then there's a decent chance I die, but I feel like I feel like it's worth it to take the risk in this situation. I'm out of APCR, not that it really matters that much, but I don't end up finding the Leo here. And I'm kind of assuming that these two guys are stuck here because I'm thinking that my skunk has a vision through here, so if they try to leave then they'll get spotted. So it's really just kind of a 1v1 versus the Leo for me right now, but I do have a full health 430U going low ground. And so I'm thinking we have 4 minutes left. I probably have enough time to allow this 430U to go in front of me to see what's up and to take a hit if necessary. I don't want to drive into a trap, so I wait for the 430U. I'm thinking that the leopard is probably somewhere back here, but I check and I don't get lit at all from any of these bushes. So I don't think he's here, but it's crossed my mind that he could be just hiding somewhere like behind this hill. But my plan now is to make my way along the outside because there's not too much foliage unless their Leo somehow got into these bushes. Because we only have 3 minutes left, so I have to hurry a little bit. I don't have to rush too much, but if you notice I loaded HE, that's because I can one-shot the Artie with the HE, and I can most likely kill the Leo as a one-shot with HE, but I'm kind of worried about killing the one-shot Leo with HE because I could just low roll my HE, and then it might not kill him. I don't know how much HP he's on, but I think he's on like 90 or something, maybe less. It's possible I don't kill him with HE. And then I get spotted, which makes me very paranoid, and I'm not sure where from. I'm thinking that I'm gonna die right now. And then I realize that it's the Artie after our 430U spots him. Now here I don't just nonchalantly go around the corner, I spot check it. I hit a easy shot on the Leo. So now it's just the Leo and the Yag, and I'm pretty sure that they're both just sitting in the corner because if the Leo here could only basically be in one spot, and that was over here. And if he was over here, he would have killed me when I got spotted, so he basically has to be back in the corner. That's what I'm thinking anyway. And there he gets spotted and I kill him. Probably should have just aimed that a little bit better, but... And there I die to the Yag, but it doesn't really matter. My team gets to win, and there was no HP left to get anyways, so... Yeah, pretty good game. I'll go over the post-game stats real quick. 7,800 damage, 600 spotting, 8 kills. Could have been 9 kills if I killed the Yag. But yeah, that's basically all there is to say. You can expect another video. I'm not sure if it will be on a Recon map or if it will be something else. Probably tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.